Caitlin Sullivan speaks at the microphone during a Fight for $15 minimum wage rally held outside City Hall Monday afternoon, April 18, 2016, in San Jose, California. Carl Mondin, Bay Area news group, Sunnyvale, which considers itself a trailblazer for having one of the higher minimum wage requirements in a region where the soaring cost of living continues to drive away low-paid workers, may now consider temporarily slowing its pace so neighboring cities can catch up. All employees of city government and companies doing business in Sunnyvale have been making at least $15 an hour since January under provisions of an ordinance adopted 3 years ago. The rate is set to be adjusted for inflation at the beginning of 2019, which based on the current Consumer Price Index would go up 53 cents. But some council members said they were open to holding off on the next raise for the sake of maintaining regional consistency. The council voted 5-2 on July 31 to revisit the ordinance on Sept. 11, at which point it'll essentially decide whether to delay the next wage increase or let it take effect. A postponement would require an amendment to the city's minimum wage ordinance, which went into effect in 2015. The city is also looking at adopting a 5% cap on rate increases. Ad Choice Advertising and Red, invented by Tees Mountain View's council, is considering a similar pause. Along with Sunnyvale, it has the highest minimum wage rate requirement in the county. Many other area cities have adopted ordinances to incrementally raise their minimum wage to $15 per hour by 2019, with annual adjustments to start in 2020. San Jose, Palo Alto, Los Altos and Cupertino will increase their minimum wage rates from $13.50 to $15 in January, Santa Clara from $13 to $15 in January, and Milpitas to $15 by July 2019. The statewide rate will jump from $11 to $12 next year and incrementally rise to $15 by 2022. Campbell, Los Gatos, Gilroy, Saratoga and Morgan Hill are following the state's lead. Sunnyvale Councilman Jim Griffith, who called for higher wages across the region as president of the Santa Clara County Cities Association 2 years ago, made a strong case last week for skipping the next raise to achieve regional wage parity. "We needed an end result with a level playing field," he said. Otherwise, some cities could lobby businesses saying, "Hey, we're cheaper than Sunnyvale," and try and get them to move to their cities, while other businesses could be stealing workers saying, "Hey, we pay more than them because of the minimum wage," he said. Although Vice Mayor Larry Klein and council members Gustav Larson and Nancy Smith expressed support for delaying the next increase for a year, Councilman Russ Melton and Michael Goldman didn't. While Goldman claimed the issue didn't merit the city staff's time to study, Melton worried about the pocketbook impact that delaying the increase would have on the city's minimum wage earners. He said that for a couple who works full-time, 53 cents an hour can make a difference of roughly $2,200 a year. On average, that's a monthly rent in Sunnyvale, he said. "I actually think the public interest would be served by having other cities keep a pace with Sunnyvale," he said. "I would argue that they accelerate instead of Sunnyvale decelerating." 80 Quality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also like 1 o'clock. Shape a happier tomorrow with Toshiba Solutions. Toshiba APAC. When cancer strikes, the cost often goes beyond. Prudential Insurance Singapore. Get dining benefits when you sign up for the HSBC Visa. HSBC Bank must know. 3 best businesses to start in Singapore. Ace Pro Academy. Hong Hefong Pan Ling Ling Spec. Actors and fans take Straits Times. More mixed marriages in Singapore amid rise in Muslim premium content. Saratoga resident uses his own community to help. MercuryNews.com. Doomed planes. Stunning drop in altitude less than 30. MercuryNews.com. Abolish ICE. Why California Dems aren't joining the MercuryNews.com Betsy DeVos family, $40 million yacht untied and sent adrift. Tom Cruise can't quit Scientology, despite all it's reportedly cost him. Key Middle East oil export waterway in focus amid spat. Business Time. See why this watch brand is disrupting the industry. Linger. Singaporeans have been overpaying for their home renovations. Money smart. Lady Gaga announces Las Vegas residency. Howard Stern character died of heroin overdose. TMZ says Tesla plots bold China factory move. Stays silent on cost. Business Time. See the minimalist watch brand everyone is raving about. Linger. Chiropractors baffled. Simple stretch relieves years of back pain. Health news tips. Today Burt Reynolds dishes on Trump's instincts. His lover, Jack Nicholson, and the overrated Kathleen Turner. California fires. See how smoke is spreading across the West.